the birr is the unit of currency in Ethiopia. Before 1976, dollar was the official English translation of birr. Today, it is officially birr in English as well. In 1931, the Emperor of Ethiopia, Haile Selassie I, formally requested that the international community use the name Ethiopia instead of Abyssinia, and the issuing Bank of Abyssinia also became the Bank of Ethiopia. Thus, the pre-1931 currency could be considered the Abyssinian birr and the post-1931 currency the Ethiopian birr, although it was the same country and the same currency before and after. 186 billion birr were in circulation in 2008. History First birr, 1855 euro 1936 In the 18th and 19th centuries, Maria Theresa thalers and blocks of salt called amulchu served as currency in Ethiopia. The thaler was known locally as the birr or a permale cubed aa taleri. The Maria Theresa thaler was officially adopted as the standard coin in 1855, although the Indian rupee and the Mexican dollar were also used in foreign trade. The talari became the standard unit on 9 February 1893 and $200 were produced at the Paris Mint in 1894 for Menelik II. The talari, equivalent to the Maria Theresa thaler, was divided into 20 or 40 besa. A new Ethiopian coinage appeared about 1903. The new silver birr maintained the same weight and fineness as the old, but there was now a quarter birr and a silverish, the latter 1/16 the weight of the birr. The money of account now became 1 birr equals 16 equals 32 besa. The Bank of Abyssinia was established in 1905 by Emperor Menelik and the European banking group behind the National Bank of Egypt. The bank was officially inaugurated by Menelik on February 15, 1906. The Ethiopian coinage gained acceptance only gradually, and Bank of Abyssinia imported Maria Theresa thalers. By the time World War I broke out, the bank was still importing about 1,200,000 of these coins annually. Bank of Abyssinia put banknotes into circulation in 1915. These notes were denominated birr in Amharic and thaler in English. They were used by merchants and by foreigners but were not initially accepted generally. However, note circulation increased considerably after 1925. Emperor Haile Selassie bought out the Bank of Abyssinia in 1931 for £235,000 in order to make it a purely Ethiopian institution. It was reorganized as Bank of Ethiopia. At the same time, the currency was decimalized and token nickel and copper coins were introduced, the birr becoming equal to 100 metoniers. The text on the bank's notes appeared in Amharic and French. By the mid-1930s circulation consisted chiefly of Maria Theresa and Menelik talari. Italian lira, 1936 euro 41 Not long after the Italian occupation and the transformation of Ethiopia into Italian East Africa, the Italian lira was introduced and Ethiopian banknotes were withdrawn from circulation at 3 lira per taler. In an effort to increase the use of Italian paper money, the exchange rate for silver coin was raised to 4.50 lira, then to 5.00, and eventually, in stages, to 13.50. Still, many people kept their Ethiopian coins and banknotes. Regular Italian coins and banknotes of Banco d'Italia circulated after July 15, 1936. Special notes with a red overprint were authorized for Italian East Africa on September 12, 1938, and a large quantity was printed. It is not clear, however, when, where, and to what extent these special notes actually circulated. East African shilling, 1941 euro 45 During the East African Campaign of 1941, British forces brought with them Indian, Egyptian, British, and British East African currency, and all were received in official payments. Italian coins and notes of up to 50 lira were allowed to continue in circulation to serve as small change. Higher denominations were withdrawn at a rate of 24 lira per shilling. Maria Theresa thalers were allowed to circulate with a value of 1/10 or 1/2 D. The East African shilling became the money of account on July 1, 1942. It eventually became the sole legal tender and remained so until 1945. Regular notes of the East African Currency Board were used for circulation in Ethiopia. Second BIRR, 1945 a euro equals, the BIRR was reintroduced in 1945 at a rate of 1 BIRR equals 2 shillings. The name Ethiopian dollar was used in the English text on the banknotes. It was divided into 100 centime. The name BIRR became the official name, used in all languages, in 1976. Coins. First BIRR equals, between 1894 and 1897 copper coins were introduced in denominations of 1 or 100 and 1 or 32 BIRR, together with silver 1ish, a 1 quarter, a 1 half and 1 BIRR, and gold a 1 quarter, a 1 half and 1 work. In 1931, a new series of coins was introduced consisting of copper 1 and 5 metonyas, and nickel 10, 20 and 50 metonyas. Second BIRR equals, in 1944, coins were reintroduced, with copper 1, 5, 10 and 25 centime and silver 50 centime. A second series was issued in 1977. It consisted of aluminium 1 centime, brass 5 and 10 centime, and Cupro nickel 25 and 50 centime. The most recent issues are 5 centime EE 1998, 10 centime EE 1996, 25 centime EE 1996, 50 centime EE 1996, 1 BIRR EE 2003. The dates, like the rest of the legend, appear in Amharic, the official language of Ethiopia. Identification and appearance equals. Besides having almost all the legends in Amharic, there are two features which help to immediately identify an Ethiopian BIRR. Early dated coins, those dated before EE 1969, feature a crowned rampant lion holding a cross. This can be seen in the picture to the right. Later dated coins, those dated EE 1969 or after, picture the head of a roaring lion, with a flowing mane. Coins were struck at several mints, including Paris, Berlin, and Addis Ababa. Coins without mint marks were generally struck at Addis Ababa. The coins struck at Paris have either the mint mark A with the cornucopia and faces privy marks, or the cornucopia and torch privy marks without the A. Banknotes. First BIRR equals, the Bank of Abyssinia introduced banknotes for 5, 10, 100 and 500 tulari in 1915. 280,000 tulari worth of notes was printed. The text on the notes was in Amharic and French. A 50 tulari note was added in 1929, by which time over 1.5 million tulari in notes were circulating. The Bank of Ethiopia issued notes in 1932 in denominations of 5, 10, 50, 100 and 500 tulari. A 2 tulari note dated June 1, 1933 was issued in honor of the imperial couple. By the end of 1934, some 3.3 million tulari in notes were circulating. Second BIRR equals. On July 23, 1945, notes were introduced by the State Bank of Ethiopia in denominations of 1 BIRR, 5 BIRR, 10 BIRR, 50 BIRR, 100 BIRR and 500 BIRR. The National Bank of Ethiopia was established by Imperial Proclamation 207 of July 27, 1963, and began operation on January 1, 1964. The National Bank of Ethiopia took over note production in 1966 and issued all denominations except for the 500 BIRR. Banknotes have been issued in the following series. See also: Economy of Ethiopia. References. External links: A gallery of the banknotes of Ethiopia.